Okay, good evening. Welcome participants. Myself G Sastry. I am from Department of Mechanical Engineering. So today I will be giving you a brief overview of the course program, that is Mechanical Engineering, specialization in Production Engineering. As you are aware, Mechanical Engineering is one of the largest, broadest and the oldest engineering disciplines. It is the combination of the processes and systems which is created to drive the technology and the industry. It is the it encompasses the areas like energy, design, manufacturing process, mechatronics, robotics, mechanics of materials, design, etc. Now, as a part of, as a allied branch of mechanical engineering, the production engineering becomes a specialization which is a combination of manufacturing engineering and management science. It involves the process of manufacturing from planning to packaging of the finished product. Rather, production, you can say, it is the conversion of the raw material into a finished product. So whatever the stages that the material comes across during that transformation, before completing or before getting converted into a finished product, that is what the production is. So it is becomes the integration of the people or the manpower, material, energy in a productive way. Also, we require the design, development, implementation, operation, maintenance, and control of all the processes in the manufacturing the product. Because just the transformation cannot take place. For making the transformation, we need to design, we need to develop, we need to have the machine, we need to control the process, we need to optimize the process, we need to have some qualitative parameter related to the process. And as a part of that, again we require some more other integrated technologies like the CAD CAM, that is the computer aided design and computer aided manufacturing, then computer integrated manufacturing, automation, and the other related electrical technologies. Now, just to give you an overview about the production engineering, I just coming up with a simple flow chart. As you are aware, as I just now I told you, production means it's a conversion of raw material into a finished product. So that means raw material becomes your input, finished product becomes your output. Now for the input, what are the input you require? You require material, you require labor, you require equipment, and you require capital. And once the transformation is done, you have the output, which is a finished product. Now that particular finished product will go into the market. Now in between, lot many transformation processes are involved. As I said, maybe some design, manufacturing, quality, and all those things. Now you can go through this particular flow chart. Like we require a layout, we require the design, we require the analysis, we require production planning, material planning, we require machine capacity planning, we need to take care of the quality of the product that is getting manufactured, we need to understand the inventory means to have the flexibility, okay, during the course of manufacturing. And then we need to understand how this all these particular parameters can be integrated together in order to ensure that the transformation process is done very smoothly. That is how you can understand this production engineering. Now, in this particular course, you will be coming across the basic science and engineering subjects, some mechanical engineering subjects, then courses related to material selection and design methods, then the softwares, and this all these things comes under the mechanical component. And then you are going to have a specialized skill set in the areas of production and industrial engineering. In addition to the basic, what you call basic and advanced subjects, you are going to have some extra what you call flavor towards the production and industrial engineering, where you will be becoming proficient in improving the efficiency and monitoring the manufacturing processes and working for its improvements. Like for example, shop layout. Suppose you are going to have some manufacturing industry, you're going to some industry, we are going to design a layout for a particular section of a plant. Okay, like, or you are going to have some work holding devices for a typical shapes, okay, which are to be mounted on machines. Okay, likewise. Or you can go in for some programming for doing the manufacturing on the lathe machines, that is the CNC lathe machines. You can even go in for the design and designing a tool for a particular what you call manufacturing operation, likewise. Now in this particular program you will be studying different what you call courses. Like in the first and second year you will be coming across the basic science subjects, that includes mathematics, physics, chemistry, and a bit of design thinking, so that you get, okay, yourself affiliated towards the higher studies or the higher what you call uh, courses of that is why some applied what you call basic engineering courses are being included. Then apart from that you will be studying some of the engineering what you call basic engineering courses like electrical and electronics. Then engineering graphics, as you are aware, it is the language of an engineer. So the how to read a drawing, how to understand a drawing, how to sketch, how to communicate the ideas through a drawing. Then mechanics, which is going to deal with the forces, with the systems, with the kinematic, that means the relative movement of the parts. Then information related to the basic what you call mechanical tools, like the tools that are used by a carpenter, tools that are being used by a plumber, tools that are being used by a general workshop technicians. So you will have the awareness of those particular things, and of course the labs related to that, so that the awareness can be at a higher level. Now in the second engineering we will be going through the core mechanical engineering, where the different courses that will be included are thermodynamics. Then thermodynamics leads, it is going to deal with heat and power, or heat and energy. Then the fluid mechanics, which is going to deal with the fluids, the mechanics of the fluids. Then the machine and assembly drawing, that means this particular course will be coming across the components that are required in any particular machine, what are its conventions, how to use those particular conventions. Okay, then you will be studying the manufacturing technology, where you will be coming across the various processes that are to be used for manufacturing operations, like blacksmithy. You must have seen a blacksmith doing heating a metal and transforming into a new shape. What is the technology behind? Then how to go in for the measurements? What are the various what you call techniques that are available for doing the measurements, which can lead to quality control? And then the strength of material. That means for any particular material, what is the requisite strength that is required for any particular engineering application? That will be covered in the second year, and relatively you have the labs for that. Then in the third year, we will be coming across the core mechanical engineering, where the core what you call courses will be dealt, like theory of machines, which is where you will be studying across the mechanisms, the different mechanisms that are being used in the working of a machine, the different mechanisms that are used in the working of any other mechanical systems. Then we'll be coming across thermal engineering, where it covers the types of boilers that are being used, compressors that are being used, and heat transfer, IC engines. Then we'll be coming across industrial engineering. Industrial engineering gives you an overview about the the industrial scenario. What are the various functions of an industrial sectors? How to go do the planning? How to design the layout? How to go in for the material procurement? How to do the purchases? All those things will be covered under that. Then in the technology, manufacturing technology part, you will be taught about the different types of machines. Like you must be aware the lathe machine, and you must be aware about the milling machine and all those things. Then the labs related to that, and at the end of the third year, you will be coming across the industrial training, where you will be sent to an industry to on an internship for on for 2 months, where you will be coming, you will be seeing the what you call the you will be trying to correlate your studies with the practical scenario, and trying to okay see how much balance you had with no theoretical and the practical concepts. Now coming to the production engineering domain, that seems that is what the specialized domain. So that will be in the second year and third year as well, where we will be coming across the manufacturing process, machine drawing lab, where you will be sketching the different what you call bolts, nuts, and all those things. Then manufacturing technology, again as I told you, where you will be coming across the different machines. So because this is common for mechanical domain as mechanical as well as production. Then industrial engineering already have discussed. Then the operation research, which will help us to take this is a tool which will be helping us to make better decisions. Then in the final year, you will be coming across the CAD CAM. This is again a simplified tool as far as the design and the manufacturing functions are concerned. Then you will be doing a major project on that, and this particular major project will be more focused on your production engineering domain. Then electives are being offered as a in the production engineering domain as the specialized what we call electives, starting with third year, final year. In third year, you are going to be have one particular elective that would be in the sixth semester. In the final year, you need to have four electives, two in the odd semester and the two in the even semester, and where you will be exposed to different particular courses related to production engineering domain as well as production management domain. where the materials and operation management, reverse engineering, these are all the advanced what you call areas where all the courses are being offered in the what you call the in the electives, which will help you to understand the what you call the functions of the production engineering and the management applications, okay, of this production management. There are few laboratories. I am just trying to share some of the laboratories where you will be working. You can see on the top, that is the lathe machines are there. That is what the machine manufacturing technology lab. Then on the extreme right, you can see there is the profile projector that is a part of your uh, measurement lab, where the measurement is being done, okay, using a profile projector where the component once manufactured, the dimensions can be measured by using that. This is a manufacturing process lab. The next slide. So where you can see the different tools that are being used in the manufacturing process, where you can see the foundry section, where the transformation, first the mold preparation is done, which is on the extreme left, and the sheet metal operations, which is a part of fitting. Then the next is the forging what you call section, where you can see the blacksmith operations, where the metal transformation is done. That means the metal is heated in a furnace, and then by using an hammer and other types of tools, the metal transformation is being done so that the required shape can be produced. So you can see the hammer, there are different tools are there, different shapes are there, by means of which the transformation of the material can be done. Then the next is the CNC machines, which makes the life of the manufacturing systems more simpler. So we have the CNC trainer or the CNC turning machine, which by means of which we can, by doing the programming, we can go in for the turning operations, and we can transform the parts into the required what you call shape and size. So that makes the things fast, more qualitative, and you will have the skill of okay developing a program and then executing a program on the machine to manufacture the component. Then next is the IC engines lab, where the awareness related to the engines, the diesel engines, the petrol engines, how the engines work, how the performance of engine is being computed, and how the fuel consumption is being calculated, how the computer control of the okay machining is being done. All such particular things are being covered okay as a part of IC engine and the control slab. Then we have material testing laboratories and the fluid okay mechanics laboratory. In metal testing laboratory, you will be studying the properties of the material. We will be studying the properties of the material, where we will be calculating the strength, and we will be calculating the impact strength, hardness, toughness, because all these particular properties are required in the applications. Then we have the fluid mechanics, where we will be studying the flow rate. When a fluid is flowing through a pipe, or when the water is flowing through a pipe, what is the rate of flow, what is the rate of discharge, all these things will be understood very clearly in fluid mechanics lab. Then we have mechatronics lab, where one can understand the concept related to the automation, how to integrate the mechanical system by integrating with programming and some electronic what you call components to make it an integrated system. Those things can be very well can be understood in mechatronics lab. Now there are some application areas which includes their food. You can have food and beverages. Then we have industrial manufacturing, that is a fabrication. Then in automotive industries, then locomotives. So the areas are very wide for production engineer. Wherever industry is, almost in every industry, a production engineer is required. Okay, for its effective, for planning, for its effective functioning. Now you can see the paper and pulp products for any paper manufacturing industry, for sugar manufacturing industries, aerospace, even civil constructions. Because it's again civil construction, you need to have a good planning. You have some mechanical, okay, what you call equipment which is being used nowadays for the structural building, construction. Then we have some electronic industries where you need to have okay the involvement of okay the production what you call engineers. The next, the applied areas. As I told you, the applied areas includes your automotive engineering, heavy engineering. You have heavy engineering, automotive engineering, then boiler manufacturing, okay, and then gear manufacturing. Then you are going to have robot manufacturing. Then so there are a lot of scope that is existing with okay with this particular areas where a lot of what you call knowledge gaining as well as knowledge transformation can be done. Some of the benefits or the career opportunities, like one can go as a methods engineer, then can have work in the areas okay for developing a plant layout or material handling systems, can be in the areas of management, production and operation planning and management, quality control, total quality management, production, manufacturing, ergonomics, then supply chain management, lean manufacturing or the lean techniques. So all these are all the areas where a production engineer can always emerge and can be a very successful what you call okay successful in that structure areas. Then some of the application areas like in automotive aerospace, one can work as production engineer and maintenance engineer. Then in construction equipment, ship, railroad companies, one can go as a maintenance engineer. In design utility companies, one can go as a planning engineer, methods engineer, production engineer, maintenance engineer. Of course, in academia, one can be as a teacher also. In food processing industry, garment industry, one can production engineer can be very useful as a production and planning engineer, maintenance engineer. In pharmaceutical industries, paper and pulp, sugar industries, where maintenance one can go as a maintenance engineer or a methods engineer. Then of course you have different other industries like toys manufacturing industries, consulting companies and many more. The list is never ending. There's a lot of scope, lot of opportunities that prevail when you go in for such particular domain of study. Thank you. Yes, I have query, Mr. Jay Insulkar. Your question is, I'm planning to do MTech. In fact, this particular information is for the BTech of Mechanical and Production Engineering, specialization in Production Engineering. Yes, you can get in touch with the university for this courses like Renewable Energy Engineering and Health Safety Environment. Yes, this particular courses on MTech are available. You can contact the university for further information related to the MTech courses. Yeah, any queries? I'm waiting here to answer it. You can put your queries. Any, I shall be responding to it. Okay, if no queries, thank you very much for your patient hearing.